Hi, I'm Patrick Reid from the Adamis Principle, and I've got a few slides today to talk about what's on my radar, what to avoid, and general macro sense, making sense of macro. So the first slide, Chinese equity. So last Thursday, as you know, I'm a risk rally seller, so I'm a fader of risk. Last Thursday, I got something handed to me, and let me tell you something, it wasn't a Chinese fortune cookie. All right, so what happened? Two things: talk of continued government support in China, and the key thing for me, it was the Trump tweet, hopes for new trade deal with the US and China. So why am I telling you this? Obviously, Chinese equities got lifted. The MSCI China ETF, really strong, really nice bounce there. Mainland China CSI 300 index, not so strong, but still an uplift. The second slide. This is interesting because obviously the massive rebound in EM and particularly with Asian currencies and a broad dollar selling. The key currency here is the CNH. I've been talking about this for quite some time. The magic number is 7. Talk of the PBOC stamping all over it just before the big figure is no coincidence that euro-dollar defended the 113 big figure. Okay, call me cynical, but being cynical over all the years I've been trading has saved and made me more money than being optimistic. So moving on, this is the euro-dollar daily. So I think, first of all, equities have been taking the lead to the big moves in FX, and this is not going to change. And we really are, the narrative is risk flows, risk on, risk off. That said, euro dollar, the big line in the new line in the sand for me is 114.60. I expect salaries to turn up there, but with risk flows, it's still a 50-50, and sometimes things are best left alone, and I'm going to leave this alone, especially into Tuesday with the midterms, especially into Wednesday as well. So that's my view on Eurodollar, but still quite bearish. Now my two final slides are my favourite, and I'll talk about a little bit about the US midterms and how to sort of trade it. Well, certainly how I'm trading it. The best pairs, as you know, for me, are anything associated with Japanese yen. Euro yen and Aussie yen are pretty good at the moment for me. I would avoid dollar yen if you're trading Tuesday night. I would avoid it just because you've got risk off versus elevated US 10-year yield. So there's a bit of a tug of war, bit of a ding dong, best avoided. So Euro yen and Aussie yen, my favoured pairs. Now this brings me rather nicely to the US midterms. Many polls predicting Trump will lose the House. What do I think the reaction? I think it's going to be a slight knee jerk with a tiny bit of risk off. So those yen pairs will get sold off, probably recover. Not a great reaction, not a great trade for me. I'm really looking for Trump to lose both the House and the Senate. And if that happens, you can bet your arm that every Tom, Dick and Harry is going to be selling risk. And it's going to be led by carnage on equities, especially in DM. So if Trump retains the House and Senate, the final one, I guess you might get some relief on risk on, but I'm of the camp where I'm going to fade any risk rallies. So let's just see how this pans out. Euro yen, Aussie yen, and Aussie dollar, my favoured pairs. There you have it. Keeping it real, Patrick Reid from the Adamis Principle.